the best part about the build, is tearing these things apart.
Locked.
I know it's locked.
Oh, it's to me, dude.
Look at that.
Nice handles.
Oh, yeah, right? Plastic dip those myself. See, I was gonna do a cool time lapse of this whole thing coming apart, but like, I guess we'll just start it out here.
Oh. Yeah, because you're gonna do the,
Because we're gonna break this whole thing down. Dude, look at that engine bay! Wow.
It's very stilly.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you should have seen this thing. It was scare roofs. Just kind of make me feel better about it, because working on a clean car is more fun. You know how it is. Look, I'm helping. Yeah, we could peel those guys out.
Maybe you could sneak them.
I mean, I'm throwing this bumper out.
Oh, yeah, well.
Just kind of give it a little tuck job. Oh, I forgot about all these stock pieces.
There's so many extra
There's
things.
so many extra things on this car. Ow! Not worth it.
Yeah.
Working outside, you've been doing that for the past month, right?
Yeah.
Certainly. All right, let me get a wrench or a ratchet. I know what that is. And now, I'm gonna dive into this one. So, this car probably won't start. Let's see. So this car is going under the knife. It is time for the build. Was gonna maybe street drive this thing a little bit, thought about it, but you know, it's like probably best we just start doing some work on it. So today is the day. It is time to rip this thing to pieces, make a big mess. We just cleaned the whole shop up. Look how much room there is. We're about to blow this whole car all over the ground. So this is the best part about the build, is tearing these things apart, and then you just hate putting everything back together again. Just a lot of this first step is what goes by the fastest and feels the most productive, right, Jimmy?
Fastest productive.
The fastest productive. Tearing the car apart. It feels productive because you can get this thing down to a frame in a day.
This thing to nothing in no
It'll
time.
look like that in a day, and then the cars look like that for a month. So it's like, it takes a long time to put it back together. That's the hard part as well.
Yeah, this one won't be bad.
No, this one won't be too bad. So far, we aren't making any progress. We just have a car with a dent and no headlights.
What are we gonna do?
Well, we're taking out the only thing it really needs.
The fastest way to lose a bunch of weight is the glass, but it's awful nice to have glass.
I know.
At least the windshield.
Oh, we are pulling all the other glass out.
We're gonna put some carbon pieces on, so the doors and the trunk.
Oh yeah.
Quit.
Oh yeah. It's all coming out. All right, Jose making some quick work of the front end of this thing. Like I said, we're gonna leave the engine and drivetrain in the car, but we're gonna remove everything else. All this other junk. It's all junk, right, Jimmy? It's all junk, it's all gotta go. Jimmy's on his headphones, he ain't listening. Get all this out, get the fuel tanks out, interior out, and start cutting this thing up. Yeah, making some good progress. Getting this thing pretty stripped down. Still got the interior, we'll get to that later. Just working on all this exterior nonsense.
It looks Phillips, but it's not.
Yeah. And yeah, start draining some fluids. Looking pretty good. All right.
Hey, are there any more of those cheddar?
Making some good headway.
Green
Going. Really getting all this crap out of here. Mm-hmm. See if I can take this fender off with one hand. I can't, Jimmy, I need assistance.
Oh, no.
It's too tight. Grab it with your bear claws, Jimmy. Wait for it. This is why you can't do it with one person. Pull it off. Boom. Yeah. And then we shall take the door off. The door is prepped. Just gonna pull that plug. Jim Bonarino, you look like a guy who wants to carry a door.
Yeah. See? You're learning.
Seems to make pretty it's on.
Good, because I'll probably jump on that at one point in time.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Winch mount.
I don't know. We've jumped on the Pro Car one about 100 times. I'll use it as a step to get into the car. Couple more clips. Hello? Next up for the road race car is some rear quarter panels, because this one's all smoked. It's part of the little wreck that it was in. And so I want to get that cut out and cleaned up. So what I'm going to do is cut it out like we do our normal race car setup, but we're going to keep this whole setup. We normally we'll cut the whole quarter panel off and then just lop it right here, right behind the shock towers, throw all that away. But we're not allowed to do that as per these rules. And also it'll give us a nice mounting structure for the factory bumper, the taillights, and everything else. So this will all stay in place, and this will all get cut out, and then we'll build a little bulkhead up and out that when the fuel cell goes right here. So next thing on the list is chop it, chop, chop. Alright, getting all the sound deadening out. Looking pretty good. Next thing we got going on is Zay's pulling the wiring harness out. We're gonna flag all the things that we don't want. Either cut them out or trim them out or zip them down or do something with them, we'll see. We're almost ready for a roll cage, which I think is getting cut out this week. So make some progress on this thing. And next week or two, hopefully get the cage in and start bolting things on down. All right, next up for the car is I'm gonna start cutting out some of the extra metal. We got the rest of the harness out of here, pulled it all out, and we're stripping it down a little bit, getting rid of some of the pieces that we don't need. And now we're going to come in and cut some of these excess little tabs off of here, these little bungs, the rest of these tabs, any of these little extra what you call it? Studs. Called studs. Any of those studs that we don't need. So, and then we also go through, we take all these bolts out that were from the factory to hold the chassis together, and then we fill them with weld. So, get all that going, keep getting this thing prepped for the cage.
It's really close. It's not bad.
Still a few parts, so we might as well just, you know, get the block in there, transmission, everything hooked up, and yeah, go from there.